Welcome to the 2017-18 pre-season briefing. It's that time of year when we need to get ready. October could see us in the midst of a fire season, so it's time to be ready. And as Chief Officer, I have 7 key points that I would like everybody in our organisation to be thinking about going into this summer. So the first one for me is be ready. At every level in the organisation, from firefighter to captain to group officer, with the ops managers, right through to chief officer, executives of the organisation, we need to make sure that we are absolutely ready to go. So that is your burnover drills, that is your hazardous tree awareness package, everything that we can to make sure that we're ready and to go for this summer. Number 2 for me is take care of yourself. And in taking care of yourself, it's also about taking care of those underneath you. It's about hydration, it's about keeping out of the heat, it's about taking the breaks when you can. Make sure that you look after the most important person there is, and that is, in my case, me, and in your case, obviously, it's you. Number 3 for me is connecting with communities, before, during, and after an event. It's a real key point for us, and it's something that we really do well, and I'd really challenge you to do more of it. So make sure that we're communicating as much as we can to make sure our communities are well aware of what's going on and able to be resilient as far as fires and emergencies are concerned. Number 4 for me is tell those that need to know and communicate well. So let's communicate, whether that's up and down the chain, whether you're operational, whether that's across a number of different agencies, whether that's in through different government departments, whether it's across groups or brigades. Communication is the lifeline of running any operational incident, about connecting in with communities, about saving lives. Communication is a key for us. Number 5, do what you can where you are with what you've got. So that means hitting fires hard and hitting them fast with whatever you have. So even if you've got a limited resources, be as agile and effective as you can to make sure that we're doing the best possible role in extinguishing that fire and indeed communicating with our communities. Number 6 is about values. Demonstrate our values with everything we do, particularly given what's occurred in the last 12 months. Now is the time to put safety first. The safety of our people is the most important thing, and everybody's ability to come home is absolutely essential. Respect each other at every level, not just at fires, for wherever you're on station, whether you're staff, whether you're volunteers, whether you're management, whether you're captain, group officer. During a summer season, everything else is forgotten. Now is the time to show respect and act with integrity. It's about demonstrating to the public that we are a professional, dedicated organisation that we are. We work as one, we're adaptive, we're agile. When we say we work as one, that's not just about CFA, that's about SES, that's about DELP, that's about MFB, that's about government departments. We cannot do it on our own as an agency. And finally, number 7, everybody is responsible for safety. Safety is the key. And again, I've said it a couple of times, everybody comes home. Speak up, tell people about the issues you see around you. If you see fire coming, if you see something unusual, red flag warnings, anchor spots, make sure you're aware of all the safety issues that are associated for this summer period. In summary, working with communities is important for us, and we need to make sure that we work collaboratively across the sector. In other words, we all work together with all our different partner agencies and the like. And leaders, my expectation is our 7 key points are followed by every leader. Again, if you're captain, make sure your teams are ready. Make sure that you can work across all the agencies. Make sure safety, respect is all there. Whether you're group officer, ops officer, whether you're working in the community, look and present professionally. Now is the time for those 7 key points to be looked at and discussed and talked about leading into this summer. Every CFA member has a role to play. It doesn't matter whether you're in the stores and you're preparing stuff, you're delivering water, whether you're at the end of a hose, whether you're standing on the soapbox talking to a community. Everybody has a role to prevent fires, to protect life, to save property. That is the role that we have to do. We work together as one organisation, and we work together as a multitude of organisations as one team, making sure that Victorians are safe this summer and property is saved this summer. Good luck to you all. Make sure we do our preparedness work, and I thank you for what you do. Have a good day.
Hi. So just to go over them and probably a bit more of a local content, be ready. Tonight's a bit about that, seeing what the season may bring, seeing some of the new technology, seeing some of the lessons learnt. So this is about being ready. But I want you to take it back to your brigades and make sure that your brigades are ready. Take care of yourself and your people. This time of the year starts to get very busy for everyone, whether that be leading up to Christmas, be that end of the work year, be that farmers and harvesting and that sort of stuff. And I can assure you the season's pretty much already started, and we'll talk about that shortly. So make sure you're taking care of yourself and your people. Connect with the communities before, during and after. Now is a great opportunity. Both Maureen and April are running around doing a lot of the community engagement stuff. But it doesn't stop there. This year, EMV are pushing us to actually be engaged during the emergency. So you may see those community people out and about whilst the fire is burning, whilst the structure fire is burning, whilst the haystack fire is burning. And then again after the emergencies. Tell those that need to know, communicate well. One of the biggest things that you need to look at too is making sure your family's aware of what commitment may be, whether that be for strike teams, whether that be for day-to-day operations, whether your business, your work, your employment can sustain with you not being there if that's the case, or work out what options you've got. Do what you can where you are with what you've got. Kingy's been talking about this for many years, so once again, you don't need to ask to get that authority. You're all very well trained people. You're all a variety of experiences. Do what you can with what you got at the time, because that decision you make at the time will be the right one given what you've got. All right, so you have our authority to do that. Demonstrate our values, and certainly over the past couple of years, we need to actually really now pull together, show to the community what CFA is made of, and that all this other rubbish that's been going on in the background, that when the chips are down, when Mother Nature's against us, we can come together and actually work for the community, and I'm sure everyone in the room is committed to that. And everyone is responsible for safety, and you'll see a few safety things come through a little bit later in the presentation. So be keen to speak up, be keen to look out for your people. One of the ones we're looking at is a dynamic risk assessment around the Indigo Valley fire, and fortunate enough the Kiwa Fire Brigades allowed us to actually share that. So it's really close to home, it's people you know, and very experienced people too that very quickly found themselves in a situation. So just make sure that everyone's responsible for safety. Don't be afraid to speak up, whether you're the level 1 basic firefighter through to the captain, through to the group officer.